Hey, what's up? Go follow my Twitch, for more wacky content. If you like this.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know it's been a hot minute since I've hopped up on here and made a new video, but here we go. I'm making a new one. This video is going to be about the new High on Life DLC, and I didn't really talk much about High on Life on this channel because it's never really popped up before, and I haven't really had a need to talk about it, but I would like to say I am a huge fan of the High on Life series. I really like Rick and Morty. I love Solar Opposites. I love the goofy improv type humor. I've always liked that type of stuff, and I know a lot of people can kind of find it and will find it annoying, and I understand why people would find it annoying. But for me personally, I love the goofy random sense of humor, and I think this game executes that humor really well. There was some points in the game that I would say the humor is was a lot worse than the original game.
Hey, what military school did you attend? The Dumb Fart Academy?
The first thing I would like to point out in terms of the humor being worse would be the gun that we use. I think her name was Hooper or something like that. I think I got it right when it was Hooper. But you can see how bad it is how I just beat this game today and I'm struggling to remember if the character's name was Hooper or not. That just kind of shows you how much of an impact this character left compared to characters like Kenny, for example. Kenny left more of an impact on me just because of how memorable the character was. I mean, it was basically just Morty with, Morty that shot fucking splooge out of everywhere. I could have worded that better, but whatever. That's what it is. It's basically just this is great value Morty, I guess. The gun does the same exact shit that Kenny would do in terms of the gameplay, but it has a different background. So Hooper, which I'm still guessing if that was the name, is Hooper. She was in the military, and that was her deal. She was in the military, and I guess she's seen a lot of fucked up shit. I think there was a part in the game where she was talking about how she suppresses all the fucked up shit that happened. Also, there was a weird love thing going on between her and Sweezy, which was another gun, which I'm I guess that's cool. Also, about Kenny, they go in and kind of describe how he died. And as somebody who really loved Kenny, I really bonded with that gun. Let me give some context. I was super duper high when I first played High on Life, and I had a spiritual connection with that gun, and I fucking loved Kenny. And for Kenny to have died in such a stupid fucking way of, oh, we dropped him. Yep, we dropped him. He's gone. And then Gene's oh, come on, how could you drop these things? What the hell's wrong with you? How could you do that? And it's really? We fucking dropped Kenny? That's how he died? Are you serious? Kenny was such an important character in the first game. In fact, he was basically the main character. So throughout most of this game, since the first game, I used Kenny most of the time for talking parts because I always thought that Kenny was the funniest out of all the Gatlians. I always thought he was the most entertaining. So, I used the Hooper was her name. I used Hooper a lot because I just wanted to see how they would handle it, and this was what I was most intrigued about this game was the fact that Kenny was gone. So I used her the entire way through the game, and obviously there's the points where you have to use the other guns, but you know what I mean. I used her for the majority of the time. And I'd have to say, yeah, she is fucking lame. This gun is so lame. That is the best way I would just describe it. I don't think she's very funny. She didn't have any laugh out loud moments at all. I don't know. It's just, I don't think Justin Roiland's improv is going to be able to be top. Say what you want about Justin Roiland. He had a lot of bad things going on, but one thing he was really good at was that improv. I think just as a whole, the improv on this game was worse than the first game. But this game is a lot smaller. It's just like a one big mission, which is okay by me. You know, it scratched the itch I had for High on Life content. After the first game, you know, I beat, I mean, not after, this is the first game, but after I beat the first story, I felt like there was absolutely nothing. The world that was so alive and High on Life, constantly talking, got a lot more quiet, and a lot of voice lines were starting to get, you start to hear the voice lines getting repeated. And then that's when you stop playing High on Life. And that's what I did. I got all the warp disc, and after that, I was done. And then when this DLC got announced, I was so beyond excited, but I didn't think that Kenny was going to be gone. When I first saw Hooper in the first trailer, I thought this was going to be a new gun with like new unique powers. I didn't know what to think. I thought the gun looked really cool, but I didn't know it was going to be the replacement for Kenny. And as I saw more and more gameplay, I started to realize, oh shit, it's just a reskin of Kenny. Fuck. What I wanted them to do was, because I was interested to see what they were going to do, but I think they could have just used the new voice actor for Morty to voice the Kenny gun, or there's plenty of people out there that can do a good Morty voice. Like, just have somebody doing an impression voice Kenny. But we also got an announcement for new DLC, which is something that I find really exciting. Not like an announcement, like a trailer or anything like that. But inside of the DLC, there is an 8-ball that hints to it. That says something about a New Orleans DLC, which makes me really excited for more potential missions. Like, if they keep making missions, I will keep buying them. If they're like all $15 a pop, I don't see a problem with it. I'll keep buying them. But I'm very excited to see what they do next. And also, one thing that I really liked about the first game was Gene Saruthian, how he was like this homeless dude just straight off the street, and he had like no family or anything, and you like slowly become his family throughout the game. And High on Knife, you get that to the max. Gene is very, very attached in this game, and it's so obvious. He will call you here and there and leave desperate voice messages. Gene Saruthian was one of my favorite characters in the first game, and I'm so glad that he had a lot more speaking roles in this game with being able to call us and talk to us. I really appreciated that a lot. There was just so much about this game and the DLC that I think is very unique for a game. Like the horror elements of this game were something that I thought were so cool. Like when they got spooky with this game, the aesthetic was something that I haven't really seen in many other games, where it was weird and funny at the same time. So fucking weird. Like, man, this one was weird. And it was man, like there's a mission where you have to shoot leeches from a giant alien's ass while you're in the fucking bar from Cheers. Like the shit was so weird. And then there was a really trippy part where after the Cheers episode is over, one of the snails look at you and they're like, this bar has been closed for 50 years. And he just disappears, and then the bar is just fucking left dark and abandoned, like covered in spider webs and shit. And then you're just like left there with a feeling like, what the fuck was even that? This DLC as an experience was something that I found really fun. Also, the purple goo thing that we had to fight, that was a fun boss battle right there. And that also it made me realize on what more what I really missed about High on Life was those boss battles. Those boss battles are so much fun, and the boss battle with the purple thing, Maxa something, the Amazon lady is fucking crazy. Such a fun fight. And Knifey, when he gets this chainsaw variant, his gameplay becomes so much more fun. High on Knife is a DLC that I would say I enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with. You know, the highs that this hits aren't near as high as let me rephrase that. The highs that this game hits aren't nearly as high as the base game, but for $15 DLC, I think you get an alright experience. And I thought this was really fun. Also, I got this entire game. I've been playing High on Life on Game Pass for a while, but I just recently now bought it. So, yeah, they had like a deal going on where you get the DLC and the full game for like fucking $15. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely taking that deal. So now I will not need Game Pass. The only time I ever used Game Pass or even like paid for Game Pass was to use High on Life. And I rebought Game Pass just to play the DLC. Turns out the DLC doesn't come with Game Pass. Although the Game Pass logo is in one of the fucking trailers. So I just figured that it would be on Game Pass. No, it wasn't. So I had to go back in and I just bought the bundle. So now I have High on Life forever. No more buying Game Pass. Well, at least until that Call of Duty shit hits. Then I'm going to buy Game Pass. But until then, you know. So anyway, you know, that was my thoughts on High on Life. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it this far in the video, holy shit, you've listened to me ramble about this game for a while. Thank you so much. Like, you being this far in the video means a lot to me. And, you know, I just want to thank you. Please subscribe. It would help me out a ton. Yeah, so, you know, everyone take care and have a pretty good day or a night or however it's going for you.